What is up, everyone? Right, it is day 6 of week 5. Yesterday, day 5, I took off as a rest day because I woke up, I was ready for the gym, but my body was aching everywhere. It was time to have a rest day. And like I've really put out there a few times, you need to listen to your body. It's all good pushing your body, pushing and hearing all the motivational things out there about keep pushing, don't take a day off. But for maximal results, you need to listen to your body. You need to push it, but you also need to get that recovery. You need to get really good nutrition in. So I took the day off and I'm ready to go for it today. Today is abs, arms and cardio. As you can see, I'm not in the gym today, so I'm going to do a quick workout here. And obviously I'm going to record everything as well. So here we go. Right, so I wanted to talk about the program that I'm following and the principles behind it. So first phase of the program is about metabolic optimization. So basically making your metabolism work for you, making all the functions and your hormones work efficiently so the body is ticking over and doing exactly what it needs to do. By now, everybody knows that it's about calories in versus calories out and the balance of. Obviously, if you turn around and reduce the amount of calories that you're putting in, but increase the amount that you're putting out, then obviously you lose weight. And if you do it the opposite way around, then obviously you gain weight. But not all calories are created equally. So if your diet is full of rich, fibrous foods, then you're going to give your body a lot more nutrition. You're going to give it the nutrients it needs for everything to work. If your diet is full of sugars and highly processed foods, even though you're hitting your calorie goals, you're still increasing insulin spikes and crashes, and also increase inflammation. Now, obviously, as inflammations increase, you're going to increase cortisol levels. Now, as cortisol levels increase, you're going to start to reduce other functions in the body. One of those can be thyroid function. Thyroid function is responsible for metabolic rate. So then in turn, what you're doing is actually still working on hitting your calorie goals, but your metabolism isn't working for you. Then take into the fact that training is a form of stress. But if your body's already in a state of stress, and then you're increasing the training or increasing the stress levels by training, you're just increasing more and more stress, therefore more and more inflammation. So that's why you'll notice that you have much more aches and pains, and your body doesn't seem to be doing what it should be. You're not losing the weight, or if anything, in some cases, you could increase the weight. And now, obviously, I get through training, as you build muscle, you're going to increase weight because muscle weighs more than fat. But what we're talking about is the fact that the actual functions of the body. So the way I'm working is very much about increasing the optimization of your metabolism. Let's give it the fuel it needs to light the fire for it to then be more responsive and start doing what you want it to do. I think the point I need to get across is that our body is really clever, but it also has just one job, one primary objective, one primary goal, and that is to keep us alive, for us to survive. And it has little systems in place to help preserve life and keep us working. And one of those is homeostasis. Homeostasis is where we actually keep our body in balance. But when the balance is unsettled, the alarms start ringing, and our body's first mechanism for protecting itself is inflammation. So inflammation increases. But for all of these processes, even just for general lying down on the sofa and not doing anything at all, our organs, our vital organs are working, and every single process in the body requires calories. But much like, the way I liken it to is, if you're someone that earns £2,000 a week, you get used to the lifestyle, you get used to having the luxuries. But if your wages are then cut to £500 a week, you prioritize the way in which you spend your money. So therefore you prioritize the most important bills, and the luxuries unfortunately have to go out the window. Very much the same way our body works that way. So when it's thriving with plenty of calories, plenty of good nutrients, the body will work efficiently, and it would allow a lot more processes to happen. But when there are nutrient deficiencies, the body starts trying to problem solve, and it starts sending out signals to figure out what's going on so we can rectify the problem. But as I said before, each of the processes within our body require calories, require energy to do their job. So that means that the body is now prioritizing calories to finding a problem and fixing a problem, as opposed to thriving. So the way in which the program that I'm doing right now is very much about optimizing the hormones, the metabolic responses to make the body thrive. Once the body's thriving, it's much more responsive and it will work for you. We very much are a direct reflection of how we eat. So everybody's had that scenario when you've had, the takeaway, bit of crappy food, but guaranteed if it's not so much that day, it'd be the following day that you feel like crap. But also when you eat well, you just feel good. You just literally feel like you're operating on all cylinders. You don't have that crappy bloated feeling, and you just feel good, ready to take on the world, quite literally.